Hi, Samsung has released the Galaxy Z Trifold in US and the price is $2,900. I think it's a little bit expensive, and I also think that any entry-level phone or iPhone even can meet your needs about a smartphone. Like if you look at the phones that are just under the $500, there are plenty of options that are just too similar to the $1,000 phones and even $2,000 phones. This is something we already know with the product ladders. If you need some features to be just a little bit better, you are going to overpay with the double or triple amounts. So they are giving a premium feeling in the expensive tier products. I think the Galaxy Z Trifold might be one of them. I get that making a bendable, foldable phone screen is probably a little bit more expensive than a flat screen. But is it really? Because we already knew that Samsung was making these 10 years ago. Because this is how they are making the OLED screens. They were always bendable. Probably they were not that much durable. But if you can separate that OLED layer, it is bendable. Of course, there's a highly engineered hinge design and double hinges in the Trifold's case. Also, there is another screen in the back, and there are still high quality cameras and a high quality chip. But does it make this phone $3,000? I believe it's not, because you can just get a regular S26 Ultra or whatever and a tablet of your choosing, and the total amount would be under $3,000. And that choice would be more durable, and you would have two different products, two sets of chips, two sets of cameras. Although the tablet cameras are not that good, it has a bigger screen and more battery, better speakers. I don't know, like you can get more out of this deal. Why would you go for a single product that is just less durable and you can just scratch your screen with your fingernails? Because the screen needs to have a softer plastic cover, you can easily damage it with pressure. Well, not the screen itself, the protective layer, but it is going to have bumps and dents over the time, and you are going to need to replace that at a Samsung store because they are the only ones who can replace this layer without damaging what is underneath. But apart from the price and the durability, let's say you have lots of money. When does this make sense to purchase? I think I would give it a try if I were still in high school. You know, in breaks or a lesson is cancelled, you can just play with your friends whatever you want, or watch something temporarily. Or if you have surprise meetings out of nowhere, maybe in a cafe, you can just put your phone out and it becomes a bigger screen. You can show whatever you want, or you can just draw on it. Although you need to purchase the pen separately, it doesn't come with this, which is a weird choice for a productivity machine. But I guess not everyone is going to use a pen, and you can just make it thinner and lighter this way. And also, my father would probably love this phone. He always watches stuff on his phone, so he would probably love just expanding the screen. But he would also be mad if I would purchase this to him because it is very expensive, and also I can't even afford it. It is just double the price here. We have 100% taxes. On smartphones in Turkey, it makes $6,000, and this phone would probably break one way or another in just 2 years. You can just search up any foldable phones. It's a thing that happens, and he would be mad at me and Samsung for making this the undurable thing, and he would be mad at me overall for purchasing this. And if you really want to focus on productivity as a business person or a student, I think you should just invest into a laptop that is thinner, lighter, because most of the things you need to do are in PCs. Most applications you would want are absent in mobile devices, and you can just run anything, work on anything in a laptop. If you just want to take notes, probably getting an iPad or a tablet is the best choice, and you can still afford a premium phone, just not this one. But if you really want to purchase a foldable phone, I think this Trifold is better than the regular dual folds because it has a wider screen and obviously a bigger screen, but the aspect ratio is just better. It is 16:9, I guess, or at least it's closer. I couldn't find the dimensions. It is better than looking at a square. Most apps just like work better either vertically or horizontally. A square just makes things awkward. So yeah, if you're going to go for a foldable, go in all the way to Trifold. And although I marked the thinner phones for having a huge camera bump, you know, it feels like a false advertising to say your phone is thinner, but it still has a huge 1 centimeter camera in it. In the Trifold's case, I think it's just fine. It was already going to be a huge phone, and because they make the 3 layers thinner, overall I don't care if the huge camera bump is still here. I'm pretty sure it's a marvelous feeling to fold these 3 different screen layers into just 12.9 millimeters. Well done, Samsung, and I still think it's a very niche product. So what do you think about the Samsung Trifold? Would you purchase it? What do you think are the pros and cons? Would you gift this to someone else? Would you even use it if it were free? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please subscribe, and thank you for listening.